welcome to my channel. My name's Dawn, I'm the Reclusive Crafter. It's good to have you. If it's the first time you've been here, welcome to my channel. Hope you enjoy what I do. And if you are a revisiting subscriber or a revisiting viewer, thank you very much for returning to see me again. And today is all about glassine bags and little paper bags with clear frontages. Now then, I am not sure if my plan is going to work, but if it does, that'll be just terrific. I've got a number of these little bags which I don't want to throw away, so we're into Waste Not Wednesday, of course. And what I want to try and do is cover the fronts of these with some napkins. Now, because this is shiny, I'm really not sure if this plan is going to work terribly well. So this is going to be trial and error. I think it will work better on the true glassine bags, but we'll see how we get on, really. Okay, so I am going to jump straight in. I have got lots of different napkins which I want to try and make use of. I think that one's lovely. I've got a nice big bag that one could go on, so I was looking at potentially popping that on that one. So that's my plan for that one. And then the little snowmen, I've got these here. If you saw one of my videos where I made a card, did I do it on a video? I think I did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did do it on a video a few weeks ago. I made a card with these little snowmen, and I want to try and get them onto that one. But this is one of the ones with the clear front, so it's more of a plastic than it is a paper. So I'm not sure how that's going to work, but I'm going to do that one first to see if it's a winner or not, because if it doesn't win, I'm going to have to change my plan. And I want to go through. I love this one. I'm not necessarily working on Christmas today. I'm going to work on a whole mishmash of different things, just to use up some of my little bits and pieces that I've got that I don't want to go in the bin. So I'm going to use Mr. Ducky here, good old Lucky Ducky. And I thought I've got this one. I think he might fit nicely on. That's nice, so he will go on there. So that will do nicely for him. And what else have we got? Let's have a look through, shall we? These are lovely, aren't they? I used this napkin previously on some journal cards that I made on a weekly challenge, and that's very pretty, isn't it? I might try and do that. Oh, that's a really long pocket, so I don't really want to put it on there. I could cut some of these down, I suppose, which might be a plan. Don't want to use that. How about that one? How will that work on there? That's quite pretty, isn't it? I'll try that one on there. Okay, and then those are lovely, aren't they? They would make lovely little embellishments for clusters and things, wouldn't they? Got a Mr. Piggy. Is it Mr. or Mrs.? Got a flower on her head. It's probably a Mrs. Got a lovely dragonfly and some chickens and a llama. Mr. Fox. He's beautiful, isn't he? Got to use him. I think I will put Mr. Fox maybe on that one, or have I got, that's a long one. Those ones are quite large, aren't they? Oh, will he go on there? He will indeed. Mr. Foxy will look lovely on there if I can make this work. So, okay, we've got a few planned out. Let me, oh, what's this one here? I'm saying, oh, he's nice as well, isn't he? Another little Mr. Foxy. Giraffe. maybe I'll get a couple for these and then we'll make a start. Cheetah, another stag. Oh, that would look nice in Amanda's Ocean digitals, wouldn't it? That would be lovely. That would go really nicely with those digitals. Might try and do something with that. So we'll pop that one on there, because then I can print the digitals off from Scrumpy Mummy's digitals and do something with that. That would be rather nice. Oh, and there's another one. Oh, how lovely. That's really pretty too, isn't it? Is that all it is? So it's one design 4 ways. Oh, that is lovely. I'm not sure about the colours of that one with the digital. I need to print it out and have a look at it. I might try that one as well. And again, we've got these lovely shells, which would be beautiful. And I think these, just from memory, I think these ones would work nicely as well. So I might try those as well. Cut that one down. Okay. So, oh, and another one. Oh, wow, being spoilt for choice here. Okay, let's do that. And then I can build some ephemera up for when I've printed that digital out and I'm working on that one. I'm just going to look through now for something a little bit different. I've got 2 more here, so I might as well just find what we want for that. Oh, got some dinosaurs, some lovely koi carp. Hey, fishy, fishy. That's another one that I've already found. Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? That's really pretty. Can I make use of that one? I've got another big one there. That would be very lovely on there, wouldn't it? Let's see if that will work. And then I just need to find one more suitable for this one. Now, I have a friend who's a keen angler, but I just know a journal wouldn't be right for him, because although he'd appreciate it, he would never, I don't think, once I'd given it to him, I don't think he'd ever look at it again, if I'm completely honest. Which is a shame, because that's really nice. That would make a nice angler's, or be nice as an addition to an angler's journal, wouldn't it? That's quite a nice one. I'll leave that one to one side, just in case I don't find anything else. There's the hummingbird again. Sloth. Birdies. Pretty birdies. See, I do like this as well. I do like that, and that could actually be, oh, it's upside down. That's a nuisance. I was going to say that would be nice on there as a full-length thing, but obviously that's going the other way, so that's not going to work, is it? Although I could cut it and do it in 2 pieces, which would work. Yeah, let's do that one then. So I'll pop that one on there. So that's, and that one there. And I'm just going to finish looking through. Oh, look, cute little kittens for Christmas. That's lovely. Just going to see if there's anything else I fancy while I've got them out. No, I'm getting really low on napkins, actually. And they're just top pieces. Okay, right then. So we have got a plan. Let's see how it pans out. So let me just pop those down there out of the way. Let's get my sleeves rolled up and ready to go. I hope you're all really well. It's blooming freezing. The weather has taken a real turn. They did warn us it was going to. Now then, what do I need? Let's have a think. I need my bone folder, and I need my glue, and I need my what's this called? Transparency cellophane thingy. Yeah, so I need that too, and I need my gluey gluey pages, and I think for this particular challenge this is all I need to do. It's not really a challenge, by the way, I'm just doing it because I want to. Right then, this is one of the ones with the clear front. So this is what's the word called? This is the trial one. I'm going to see how this pans out. I've really no idea how this is going to work, because like I say, with this just being straight onto plastic, I don't know how it's going to play. But if I don't try it, I won't know. Oh, that's a bit gloopy there. Get off. It's all gloopy. Right then, I think I've got enough glue on there. I just want to get a clean page. And I'm going to pop that down there. Okay. And now we shall see how this works. I think I should have had, maybe I've got one here with some water in, have I? I will need a water pen. I'm not sure I've got, oh, I have got one with water. Yay me. And while I'm faffing around, that's drying, which isn't going to help matters, is it? I just want to just separate this out a little bit. Come on. Oh, no, I know there's water in there. I can see it, but why is it not coming out? Yes, it is. There we go. Right, I just want to separate these out. That's it. Right, let's pop that there for a second and hope this hasn't dried too much. Silly me, I should have thought about that before. Never mind. Right, let's bring it up in view. Let's see if we can get that down. Lovely. Okay, what do you think? Took the glue up too high. I wasn't thinking properly, was I? Never mind, I can always wipe it off. Right then, so that's down. I'm going to put my transparency over. This is a little trick I learnt from Kerry Griffiths. If you haven't watched any of his stuff or popped over to his channel, have a look, because he does some fabulous work. And all you do is literally just gently work your napkin into the glue itself. And then it actually almost takes hold of what it is that you're working on by doing this. I used to just leave the napkins just laying on the surface of what I was working on, but since I saw this little trick from Kerry, I do this now, and I just think it gives a much nicer finish. And for those of you that haven't seen this being done before, it's literally, I suppose the amount of pressure you would use would be the same as if you were doing those rub-on stickers. That sort of amount of pressure is absolutely fine. And then when you feel that you've got all your bits down, gently peel off your cellophane, because you don't want to bring up, yeah, you see, that's coming up there. I was going to say, you don't want to bring up the, now this is the thing with doing it with the plastic surface, is it might not, yeah, you see it's sticking to the cellophane rather than the actual paper. Oh shoot, maybe then, maybe the answer would be not to use this method. Oh, there we go. I might be able to save the day. Oh, torn a bit there. That's okay. Okay, just make sure that's all down. Just tore a little bit there, but that's okay. I can kind of patch that up, I think. But I'm not going to patch it up with that because that's literally tearing to pieces. But what I will do is bring in a little bit maybe from this one. Yeah, I'm just gonna, how are we looking? Let me see if this is looking like it's gonna work, because I don't want to be faffing about and it not work at all, because that would just be a complete waste of time, won't it? It's looking like it might take, which is nice. I'm going to wait for it to dry and then trim it up, and I'm going to pop a little piece on here, just where that's torn. Now then, how am I going to do this? If I put that on there, and then let me just tear that from there. I'm going to tear that down and then trim it up once it's dry. Oh, I'm stuck to it. Get off. There we go. There we go. Now you wouldn't know that was torn at all, would you? Can you see? Hopefully you can. So that's the little corner that was torn off, and I just married that up. So hopefully that will stick a-okay. Now then, I might be doing something really stupid here, but I'm just going to put some glue over the top of that, just very gently, so that I don't pull it up. Okay. Right, well, only time will tell. I'm going to let that dry and we'll see where we go from there. So I'm just going to pop that to one side and let that dry. I'm quite pleased with that, actually. So that's my little snowman. I think they're gorgeous, those snowmen. That's my little snowman done. So we've used that one. I need to clean this a little bit, I think, because that's got a bit mashed up, hasn't it? I'm just going to take the worst off, just where the napkin came up. And then we'll use this again on the next one, hopefully. That's all dried off, which is nice. And now I'm going to... This one is actually glass... Is it? Yeah, this one's actually a proper glassine one. So in theory, this one shouldn't be an issue. It should stick okay. So I'm going to pop that on there. And I want to take off the backing. Now, I've seen lots of different methods of taking off the backing. Well, that came off really easily, actually. I was just about to say I just normally struggle with them, but this one has come off really easily, which is good. So that's that. And then these can be used for masterboards, for journaling spaces and things. And it's nice because sometimes, I don't know if you can see that, but you've actually got the design of the napkin just lightly on there. And it's just, when you use these for journaling pages, it just literally just leaves a ghost impression, but you can write over the top of it. So that's a really nice thing to keep hold of for various reasons. You can use them for all sorts of things. Right then, so this one, now then, I wonder actuarily if I use that way around, and I'm saying that because there's that lovely flower there, and I might, you lose this wing, or maybe I could bring it down a bit. What do you think? Let's have a look. So that's there. I'd only lose that little bit there, and then I can use it as maybe a side pocket, although that might be a bit wide for a side pocket, isn't it? Where's my ruler? I've lost my ruler. There it is. I'll grab my ruler. So I've got another project going on behind me at the moment, which is top secret. How wide is a journal page? about 6 1/4. Yeah, that would be way too wide for a normal journal page. So I'm going to go back to original plan. That's sticky that side. I'm just going to turn that over. Right, going back to original plan, and I'm going to have this way round, I think. And we shall get dwarfed. And we shall take it from there. Where's the edge? The edge is there. Okay. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to have to do. So let me trim this up. Water pens are lovely for anybody who's relatively new to crafting. These are just like water brushes, and you fill this little container up here, you undo it, and it actually twists off the opposite way that you would think. It's got a little reservoir that you just fill up there, and you pop your top back on, remembering to screw it up the opposite way for some reason. I think that's to stop you accidentally undoing it while you're working with it. And then it literally just squeezes the water out there, look. Okay, and they're really handy for when you're working on things like if you're doing painting, obviously with watercolour, but also when you're working with napkins. They are an absolute godsend. For some reason this one doesn't want to come through. Just going to go up just above there, between their wings and down there. There we go. Did I get it there? Let me do that little bit again. That's better. Okay. And then once you've used the water on it, they literally just tear apart where you want them to. How fabulous is that? Ta-da! And then you've got the rest of your napkin to use on other projects. So this one now will fit rather nicely on there. That's very pretty, isn't it? Right, let's glue this. I'm not gluing a million miles up, so I want to glue it to about there. Okay, so there to there and down. A little tip when you're gluing, try and glue in one direction, because by going backwards and forwards you tend to drag what it is that you're gluing, and then you are on the risk of tearing what you're working on, unless it's something that's actually quite solid, of course, in which case then it doesn't really make a lot of odds. But that's a really good tip, especially if you're working on delicate things. Just take glue in one direction and then pull it off, rather than going backwards and forwards over it. There we go. Okie dokie. Let's pop this one down. Try and get it as close to that edge as we can, which is about there. Gently massage it into there. Now then, I'm going to lay the opposite side down because that side's still a little bit tacky. Get my little old bone folder, and again just gently ease this in. Now in theory this should stick a little bit better because this is only glassine paper, so it's not actually a plastic, so I'm hoping that this one won't try and lift off again, but we shall see. So, how is your week going? Or how was your week? How is your week? We're on Wednesday. How was last week and how is this week going? So I have a little bit of news. I have mentioned previously that I would love to be able to retire. And I did very recently ask if I could reduce my hours at work and was told that I couldn't, and they gave me a reason. And I didn't push it. I thought, okay, it is what it is. So I handed my resignation in last week, and I thought that was the end of it. And they came back to me yesterday and said that they would like me to stay on part-time. So that was a bit of a turn up for the book. And yeah, I now have, I'm waiting to see what that will mean realistically, as in terms and conditions and things. So I might not be leaving now after all, which is rather nice. So yeah, that's my news. So that's very exciting. So I am either going to be completely retiring or I'm going to be going part-time. Either which way, I'm good with that. Is that lifting off there? I don't think it is. Yeah, either which way, I'm very happy. So that's really good. So it gives me a little bit more time to build up my little nest egg if I do stay on part-time. But if I don't, then hey, I'm going to have loads of time for sitting here and playing, which works just dandy for me. Just dandy-doody, very exciting times. But whatever happens, it still means I'm going to have more time to devote to my passion, which is lovely. So that's that one done. Okay, and what I will do, I might either trim these down or put some labelling at the top or some lace or something. Yeah, I need to work out how I'm going to finish these off first of all, with the design not going all the way up, and plus how big they are as well, because let me just get a bit of paper to show you, because obviously they're going to be in a journal. And let me just fold this up. So this would be the normal size of a journal. I really should get used to having one of these to hand when I'm working. Okay, so that would be the normal size of a journal. And that's actually just about the right size. There may be a bit of, let me just have a look, see, it's difficult to tell with that napkin being there. So yeah, so they would fit on, they'd stick out the edge slightly, which would be fine. The other thing that we can do is fold them over before we actually put them in the journal. So there's lots of things we can do to make it work. Height wise, we would need to cut it down. So I'd probably cut that down and probably just top that maybe with a little bit of lace on that particular design. But we'll let it dry first and then we'll decide what we're going to be doing with it afterwards. But it's a beautiful design. I'm still interested to see that's still quite wet. I'm still interested to see if this plan is actually going to work. Oh, Dawn, stop messing with it, you're just making it worse. That little bit there just doesn't want to stick, it was just coming up. Okay. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Get down. There we go, just tease it into place. And hopefully the glue will hold it. There we go. It is beginning to dry. And yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure, to be honest, that this is actually working. It seems to be peeling off very easily, which isn't a great thing, to be honest. We don't want things peeling off. Yeah, that is, it's peeling off. I can actually see the glue behind it. I don't think this is going to be a successful experiment, to be honest with you. We shall see. There we go. I suppose the other thing, I could try Mod Podging it. That might be a plan, mightn't it? Let me give that another few minutes to dry a little, and then if it's not going to be successful, I will try doing a bit of Mod Podge, I think, and see how we go from there. So now then, this is another plastic piece, and I think, I think, just trying to think where my Mod Podge is. I don't use it very often, I'm not going to lie. I hadn't thought about it previously, so bear with me a second. I'm going to try a couple of bits actually. I've got Mod Podge, although that's a gloss. I don't really want a gloss. I've got another one there. Oh, what have we got here? Oh, that's gloss as well. Okay, well, I'm not going to use Mod Podge because I've only got the gloss. So I'm going to use some matte medium instead. I'm going to use the Galleria matte medium and see if that works better. I'm not using the Mod Podge because I've only got the gloss and I don't really want a gloss finish on it. So let's see how the jolly old matte medium works. This will be an interesting one. Oh, this is all embossed here, so this might be interesting. Oh, no, there we go. It's going to let me have it. You're going to let me have it. I must admit, I'm quite looking forward to using my matte medium. I haven't used it for ages. I did a lot of challenges, weekly challenges that Scrimping Mummy was running on mixed media, and I used it a lot doing that. I'm not getting this off here. I used it a lot when I was doing those, and I must admit I haven't really used it a great deal since the challenge is finished. So this will be a nice little introduction back into using all my stuffs. That's not going to come off of there, is it? It looks like. Come on. I can't get it off. I need a bit of cello tape. Cello tape. There we go. Good old sellotape. Works every time. There we go. Let's just take that off of there. That's better. There we are. That's because this one's got that, I don't know if you can see it, it's got like an embossed border, so it clings a lot firmer, so it was a bit difficult to get that to start. There we go, so that's that one. Just pop that to one side. We will use that on other things. And then this one, this might actually be a bit big for this. I wonder, I want to make sure I get the boat and the lighthouse, but then I'm going to cut the fishy off, aren't I? I don't want to do that. What have we got on that one? I might swap these about actually. So I'm going to maybe pop that one on there instead, and pop this one on here because I think that fits on that one better, doesn't it? It does. Right then, let me separate this one out. And again, good old water pen, just come down. Don't know if this has got something in it, but it doesn't seem to be letting the water out very easily. Which, here we go, come along. There we are, okay. And now if I tear that away, like so, and that one like so, that can come back and be played with another day. And now we're playing with my medium. Let me get a brush. Here we go. Right then. Oh, ta 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 ta! Exciting times. Can't get it open. Oof, there we go. Yeah, it's been a while since I've used it. I did give it a good shake just then, so it should be good. I just want to get this gloopy bit out of there. Oops. And how high do I want this to go up? I don't want to do more than I need to. There we go. That should hopefully be enough up to there. Just check I haven't done it on the right side. Pop that down there. This might be a bit of a cheat actually, because this isn't the cellophane-y type pocket. This is actually the Glassine one, so we'll see. We shall see. I'm going to try it on one of the cellophane ones anyway, and just see if it does work better or whether it's still going to peel up. Just don't know for sure. Let me pop that there while I stick this on. Now then, with this being matte medium, I might not need to use the cellophane to pop it on. I'm just going to go over the top of that. Well, it wasn't my intention to do a mixed media session, but you go with what you need to. Just pop that there. I'm trying to do it so that I'm being gentle enough not to make too many creases in it. There we go. Okay. Right then, so that's that one. I'm going to leave that to dry and see what that dries like. And I'm also going to try this on one of the Hujame flips, you know, those little plasticky ones. See how it works on those. Now then, I have lots. Oof, I just dropped that on the floor. Where can I put that? Oh dear, I do run out of room when I'm crafting. So let me find one that I'm not going to mind too much if it... Oh, he's gorgeous, isn't he? I just love him. Oh, I'm going to do it on this one. Yeah, I'm going to do it on this one and see how this one goes, because this has got the plastic film. And I don't mind too much if that doesn't work, because I have used that napkin on other things, so I won't feel like I've wasted too much, to be fair. Right then, so let's have a look, see how this one works. Oops, probably been a bit overzealous there. Never mind. It's nice to have a play, isn't it? I do enjoy being in my craft room. It does need a really good sort. I had plans, if I was retiring, to have a sort out in here. Yeah, I don't know how well that's going to work. Let me just get a clean bit of paper. And I just want to take that off there because I don't want it all sticking on there. Yeah, I was saying that yeah, I want to have a really good sort out in here, because at the moment my crafting when I am in here is just so chaotic. Drives me bonkers, if I'm honest. There we go. That looks lovely. Nice. Okay, and I'm just going to finish that off with just topping it. I wonder if I'm not going to tear that off yet because I don't want to mess it up. That's that one. And again, I've just done the good old magic trick of not taking a blind bit of notice of when I started. So I'm just going to play away and maybe edit some of it out if I need to. I just get so excited, I just want to make a start. There we go. Okay, so that's that one. We'll see how that one works on the actual plastic. Right then. So, it doesn't seem to be sticking down. It seems to be lifting very easily. Let's take that off of there. Oh, who knows? I hope it works. Only time will tell. We're going to have to leave it to dry. What my little snowman-y doing? My snowman-y, they seem to be drying okay. Now then, is it actually drying? Or, oh, I don't know. It seems to. Oh, it seems to have taken. Oh, yay! It seems to have taken. Well, I am shocked and stunned. I honestly didn't think that was going to 10 minutes ago. So that's really nice. Oh, chuffed with that. Good. Okay. Nice. Now then, what I do want to do is I want to bring in a little bit of water. Let me just close that up. Oh, get off. Just want to bring in a little bit of water and just clean the top of that bag up where I glued it and I didn't really need to because I was being a bit daft. Just want to just clean that a little bit. Oops. Clean that just a little bit and get all that mucky bit off. Smashing. That's better, isn't it? There we go. Oh, I'm stuck to it. Right. Okay. So it's still a little bit wet round in this corner here, but that's where I did that repair, really. Now then, I wonder how easy that is going to be to trim up. Let's have a look, see. So, I'll turn it over this way. So I need some glasses, Dawn. I need my glasses. There they are. I found them. Ouch. I found them. Okay, let's trim this up. Okay, well that's trimming up quite nicely. Not too much bother there. So that's lovely. She says she misses half of it. Okay. Smashing. That's that bit done. That bit done. Now I need to be careful here because this is the bit that's still just a little bit tacky. I don't want to be ruining it now. Right then, so there we go. Oh, missed a bit there. Missed a little bit. There we go. Lovely, so that's nice and tidied up. Okay, so far so good. Now then, so far so good. What I think I will do now is maybe a little bit of washi tape maybe at the top. Don't know, Let me look, see what it looks like. Or, oh yes, I could do a little bit of washi tape. That's very pretty, isn't it? Just to give an edge. And then a little bit of lace over the top of that maybe. Let's have a look and see what that looks like. That's a nice idea, like that. So, going to cut my washi tape off. And I'm going to pop some glue on it, because it never really sticks down very well without adding a little bit of glue. So just get that out of the way. So a little bit of washi tape. I'm going to pop that one about there just to give me a nice edge. And I'm going to fold that round rather than cut it. That's lovely. Is that straight? Does it look straight, peeps? I think it pretty much, yeah. Okay, smasheroons. Right then, let me find a little bit of lace. Just a little bit of lace. Oh. Lacy, 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 lace. Do we like this one? That's quite pretty, isn't it? Like that. Okay, gonna go with that. So I want to cut that about there, because again I'm going to tuck it round. Okay. And I'm going to use my Fabric-Tackist. I need to fill my bottle up. My bottle's getting very low. Right then, let me just move that one out of the way. Let me pop this onto a page so that I'm not getting glue all over the place. Like so, okay. Right, now then, so I don't want to cover all of this up, so I'm just going to come in just on the edge of the washi tape there, and up there and across there. Probably get away with that going up a little bit higher maybe. Okay. Ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Let me pop that on there. Where's my little spatula? Push that down. Nice. Okay. This is all going swimmingly, isn't it? And then I'm just going to pop a little bit on the back here, and I'm going to fold this round. Just to give it a little bit more stability on the pocket, like so. Nope, there we go. Okay, and I'm now all sticky. I'm gonna cut the pocket down a little bit, just to the top of, just so that you can see. I'm just going to cut that down just slightly above the top of where the lace is, like so. How's that? I would say that's nigh on perfect, and that now gives me a beautiful pocket, as you can see. Journal page, pocket, you can tuck it in. That's nice. I think it needs a word of some description. A word. What shall we have by way of a word? I think it needs something a little bit Christmassy. Let's have, oh look, Mr. Santa, he's nice. Not quite sure what he's doing in there. Oops. How about a little bit of winter magic? That's maybe a bit big, isn't it? Could potentially go over. Wrong colour, too big. Let's have a look to see what else we've got in here. Oops. Have we got anything there? Magic of Christmas, Santa, Christmas wishes, 'tis the season, merry and bright. Let's have a look at merry and bright. Now then, what I do like doing is backing my labels onto something just to give them a little bit of standy out interest. I think it's bothering me because there's no blue in it. So I'm going to put a little bit of blue in it. Yum, yum, yum. Where's my blue? Blue, blue, blue. Here it is. That one. Pop that in there. There we go. Right then, let's give it a little bit of blue. And I think that will make me happier. I've already done it, look, it's on my thumb, but that's good. Okay, let me just have a little bit of blue on there. Not free much. There we go. That makes me happier. Happy, happy, happy. There we go. Right then, and now I'm going to stick that down. Okay. Merry and bright. Perfect. There we go. One little glassine pocket. Well, it's not even a glassine pocket, actually. It's a plastic pocket. But it actually worked, and I'm really chuffed with it. That's lovely. Okay, so that's that one. Let's have a look at my Modgy Podgy and see how that's getting on. And then I will leave you guys in peace. Well, this is actually still wet, to be fair. So that needs a bit more time to dry. So when I come back on Saturday, I'll show you if this actually worked or not. And you can make your own minds up from there. So that's it for today, guys. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope you liked the little experiment. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I'd love to have you on board. And I look forward to seeing you all on Saturday. Thank you. Bye.